Hey guys, so one of the conditions that comes in the office that people are surprised when I tell them we actually treat it is plantar fasciitis. So plantar fasciitis is the irritation and straining of the musculature or the plantar fascia on the bottom of the foot. Now this musculature helps in the act of walking. It also helps a little bit with the act of running, right? But what it really does is it really assists in helping maintain some sort of structure in the foot itself. Now, the foot is made of a ton of little teeny bones and then some longer bones, and it's really looks like the hand. All right, so inside the foot, I mean, the skin comes up to about here, and then we have our toes. But we still have these things called phalanges, and we have these things called tarsals. And what happens is we've got a lot of muscles in between all of those as well. So a lot of times with the foot, you're given a diagnosis of plantar fasciitis. That is easy to give. If you got foot pain on the bottom of your foot, plantar fasciitis, I'm a doctor, that's wicked easy to diagnose, but really that's a blanket diagnosis. There's a lot of other things that could be going on. There's tons of musculature on the bottom of that foot. And what we're able to do is we're able to evaluate the motion of all of those tarsal bones, those bones on the bottom of the foot. We're able to make sure that some of them are moving. If any of them are restricted, we can mobilize those areas. We don't really yank and pop and crack, but we can gently mobilize those tarsal bones. We also work on the musculature that surrounds and supports all of the different arches that an individual has. Some people may have flat feet, some people may have a more arched foot, some people may pronate, may supinate. All different structures of the foot rely on the integrity of the musculature. Not only that, but they do actually play a big role in hip rotation, right? So our hips, the ball and socket joint, can rotate in and out, and that will affect the arch in which we have. Other things that come to mind when we check out feet is, does the person walk around barefoot a lot? Did the person walk around barefoot a lot as a child, right? A lot of these times we see plantar fasciitis, people will put into shoes at an early age. Now, when you put into shoes in an early age, you never really develop a strong arch because you have been comforted with the arch in the shoe, right? So the shoe provides the arch, kind of forms that arch into that foot, and then the musculature doesn't really need to do the job to build that arch, support that arch. So there's a lot of different things that come into play and a lot of different viewpoints in the way that the foot actually works. Some people love soft orthotics, some people love hard orthotics, some people refuse to wear orthotics. There's a lot of different schools of thought about the way that the foot should function. My school of thought is I like to be more natural. All right, we don't need to run around barefoot. I do wear shoes, all right, but I do like to be barefoot when I get home. That ability to be barefoot, I feel, really helps strengthen my feet and arches as I walk throughout the house. I don't walk around a ton outside barefoot. I don't walk around at the office barefoot. My shoes are relatively minimal that I wear at the office, but I do have an arch in my shoes when I'm walking outside for longer distances. And the big thing with our plantar fasciitis patients is we got to find the right fit for you guys. Now, if a high arch shoe is causing some irritation, then we assess the high arch shoe and we play around with the height of your shoe. But first, we got to make sure that you're walking in a mechanic that actually is natural. A lot of people that have foot pain start changing your shoe up before they even assess the movement of the foot during your activity, such as walking or running. So we take all that into consideration, and on top of all that, we use our Graston tools, potentially even some dry needling, where we take acupuncture needles and needle them into trigger points, and we treat the musculoskeletal system and the plantar fascia of the foot itself and the calf, because the calf contains muscles that wrap down around to the bottom of the foot and control our toes. We want to make sure that we take all of that into consideration. So just to tie it all together, we evaluate the mobility of those spinal bones, your shoes during rest, running, walking, location of your pain, musculoskeletal system, and we're able to either adjust or use myofascial work to help you out. Okay, so plantar fasciitis is something we see a lot of, and we get great success with it. Subscribe below for more, and we'll see you soon.